Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be discussing some of the cars used in the game. Now we all know that a lot of these cars are based on actual real model vehicles. So today I picked a bunch of them out, more of my favorite options. And I'd like just to talk a little bit briefly about each one. Thank you so much. The first car on the list is the Imponte Arbiter GT, otherwise known as the 1970 Pontiac GTO. Now, the GTO models were created by John DeLorean, Bill Collins, and Russ Gee for General Motors' Pontiac division in the 60s and 70s. Originally, there was a ban from General Motors on factory-sponsored racing, so the Pontiac managers began to emphasize more on street performance. So for the 1970 model year, after the GTO had been out for a few years, they were totally redesigned. A lot of automotive historians have called the 1970 GTO model a style of rolling sculpture. Front bumpers and grills were designed out of a single piece of Enduro rubber. Windshield wipers and the radio antenna were concealed. There were dual scoops on the hood. The GTO models offered great styling, which many drivers thoroughly enjoyed. The 70 GTO also offered a high compression engine, along with lots of high performance packages. Some automotive historians have also said that 1970 marked the peak for the era of the muscle car culture, and the GTO became a true leader within the muscle car category. FYI, just in case you're wondering, GTO means Gran Turismo Ammalato, and the name was actually inspired by the Ferrari 250 GTO. That makes a little bit more sense there. Next up is the Vata Carrara 4x4. Now this truck draws heavy inspiration from the 13th generation 2014 to 2018 Ford F-150. Mainly the 2017-2020 Raptor. The grille is specifically based on the Lariat trim models of the F-150, but with only a single bar in the middle, which mirrors the Chevy F-150. The front bumper appears have more influence by the V-Works Predator package for the F-150. The positioning of the exhaust resembles that of the first generation Raptor, while the shape of the Carrara's 4x4 headlights is reminiscent of the facelifted 12th Gen Ford F-Series, but with the same size and placement as the 2014 to 2021 Toyota Tundra. And additionally, the recess above the hood housing the LEDs bears a resemblance to the vent above the Tundra's grille. The taillights bear resemblance to those found on the second generation Nissan Titan, and the hood design takes inspiration from the Ram pickup models and the Ram Rebel TRX concepts. The Übermacht Reinhardt is mainly based on the BMW 3 Series Touring, the G21, with the upper side body line and rear windscreen derived from the BMW 5 Series Touring, the G31. The headlights are similar to the BMW 4 Series. The front bumper seems to be inspired by the AMG versions of the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the W213, while the D-pillars are shaped quite similarly to those of the Mercedes-Benz E-Class Estate, W212. The entire rear end seems to be predominantly based on the 2019 Skoda Octavia Estate. Next car on my list is the Lampadati Komoda. This car is directly modeled after the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, which is a compact executive car produced by the Italian manufacturer Alfa Romeo. In 2013, Fiat Chrysler Automobile CEO Sergio Marchionne requested a clean sheet design for the next Alfa Romeo, a rear-wheel drive sports saloon to help return the company to its roots. He appointed former technical director at Ferrari and chassis engineer for the 458 Speciale Philippe Krief as chief engineer for the Giulia and asked him to assemble a team of 10 to create this automobile.
Have a seat.
The Grotti Visione. The Visione's body appears to be based on the Ferrari Zesri Competizione edition as seen in the overall profile and front fascia, with elements of the McLaren P1 GTR for the headlamps and rear fascia. The sides of the car seem to be based on the Ferrari LaFerrari, sporting similar side vents and side mirror designs, as well as a bottom brake light on the rear end, while the front intake and some of the details may be taken from the Pininfarina H2 Speed. And next we have the Western Nightblade, which is based on the Harley-Davidson Night Rod Special. This vehicle has the 1130cc Revolution V-twin engine, 120 horsepower at 8,250 RPMs, with 80 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 RPMs. It's got a new 240mm wide rear tire, 5-gallon under-the-seat fuel cell with a 36-degree fork angle, 49mm custom forks, Brembo triple disc brakes, black steel hydroform frame, with a machine slotted disc cast aluminum 18-inch rear wheel and 19-inch front wheel with pinstriping. Next on the list is the Vapid Peyote Custom. Now, this vehicle resembles a first-generation Ford Thunderbird that is evidenced by its overall design and interior. It features a double-stacked tail and headlights instead of single ones, as well as a more streamlined side and no hood scoop. The front has a similar look to the 1955 models, while the rear resembles the 56 model, especially if equipped with a Continental kit. The grille seems to be taken from a Ford Cortina Mark I. The bonnet follows the 55 Ford models. However, with a chrome trim in the middle, the double-stacked headlights resemble the 57 Lincoln Premier, with a little bit of influence from the 65 to 68 Cadillac DeVille. And the front bumper bears some resemblance to a 1960 Premier models. The taillights, similar appearance to the taillight design found on the 1960 Cadillacs. And now this is also the custom, so this car can be modded into a lowrider at Benny's, giving it the look that you see in front of you. Next up is the Benefactor Sereno. Now the main body of this roadster, the bonnet, the hood, and the contour of the sides and greenhouse area are inspired by the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Roadster, with some heavy influence from the Jaguar F-Type as seen in the front bumper, headlights, grille, air intakes, taillights, rear bumper, and exhaust. There are some elements of the Maserati Gran Turismo found in the Sereno as well, including the 3 small vents on the front side panel. The side skirts as well as the boot are similar to the Mercedes-Benz SLK 250 AMG. And last but certainly not least is the Bravado Banshee. Now, before I go on, this is actually the version that you take to Benny, so it's had the upgrade. It's now converted to a supercar. And this is also one of the oldest sports cars in the Grand Theft Auto universe. Now, for the purpose of all this is based on the GTA 5 version, which this Banshee resembles a first-generation Dodge Viper RT10. With its dual exhaust and curvy linear design, it differs from its real-life counterpart in its narrow width and headlight design. The Banshee also borrows other elements from other 90s American coupes, such as the hood scoops from the 93 to 97 Pontiac Firebird, and the headlights resembling those of a 1994 to 96 Dodge Stealth. The car's rear end is mostly based on the first generation Dodge Viper, but features wraparound taillights, a distinct design element shared with the 93 to 2002 Chevrolet Camaro. Hey guys, thanks for playing along, and I was glad I got to share these particular vehicles with you. Now, if you haven't noticed, a lot of what I said was information I pulled from the GTA Wiki pages, and some of it I was able to pull from the manufacturer's websites. But these cars are so pieced together, they've taken the best parts of certain vehicles and put them together, and of course, made it their own. And again, thank you for playing, and y'all have a great day. Later.